The Dark Legacy of the Crusades. Summary. The fall of Jerusalem in 1099 marked a brutal massacre during the Crusades, where countless innocents were slaughtered regardless of faith. Eyewitness accounts describe streets running with blood as mosques and synagogues were set ablaze. Similar atrocities occurred in Antioch and Constantinople, revealing the grim reality of these religious wars. The violence left deep scars of mistrust among Christians, Muslims, and Jews, echoing through history. Hashtags: Crusades, History, Medieval Violence, Jerusalem Script. In the year 1099, the holy city of Jerusalem fell to the Crusaders, marking one of the darkest massacres in medieval history. After weeks of brutal fighting, the Crusader armies finally breached the city's walls. The chaos that ensued shocked even their own chroniclers. Men, women, and children of all faiths, Muslims, Jews, even Christians, were slaughtered mercilessly. Eyewitness accounts from that time claimed the streets ran ankle-deep in blood. Mosques and synagogues were burnt to the ground with people still trapped inside. This tragic episode was not an isolated event in the history of the Crusades. In 1098 at Antioch, a similar scene unfolded. Thousands were killed during and after a prolonged siege. When Muslim forces attempted to retake the city, the Crusaders retaliated with mass executions of prisoners. The brutality wasn't solely directed at Muslims or Jews. In 1204, during the Fourth Crusade, the Crusaders turned their wrath upon Constantinople, a city that was supposed to be their ally. This shocking act saw churches looted, holy relics stolen, and thousands of fellow Christians slaughtered. This act fractured the relationship between the Eastern and Western churches forever and served as a poignant reminder of betrayal. The Crusades were more than just religious wars. They were grim campaigns of blood and fire, with civilians often bearing the brunt of the violence. These massacres have left lingering scars of mistrust among Christians, Muslims, and Jews, scars that still echo in the world today as a legacy of those harrowing times. For those interested in exploring more hidden horrors of history, we invite you to subscribe and continue this journey. Prompt. In the year 1099, the holy city of Jerusalem fell to the Crusaders, and what followed was one of the darkest massacres in medieval history. Scene, animation, images of Crusaders storming city walls. Narrator. After weeks of brutal fighting, Crusader armies broke through the walls. What they did next shocked even their own chroniclers. Scene, flames, soldiers with swords, chaos in streets. Narrator. Men, women, and children, Muslims, Jews, even some Christians, were slaughtered. Eyewitness accounts claimed the streets ran ankle-deep in blood. Mosques and synagogues were burned, with people trapped inside. Scene. Transition to Antioch, 1098. Narrator. This was not an isolated event. At Antioch, thousands were killed during and after the siege. When Muslim forces tried to retake the city, Crusaders retaliated with mass executions of prisoners. Scene, Constantinople burning, 1204. Narrator. And in 1204, during the Fourth Crusade, Crusaders didn't even fight Muslims. They turned on Constantinople, a Christian city. Churches were looted, holy relics stolen, and thousands of fellow Christians slaughtered. The betrayal split the Eastern and Western churches forever. Closing scene. Fade to black, soft, ominous music. Narrator. The Crusades were not just holy wars. They were campaigns of blood and fire, where civilians often paid the highest price. These massacres left scars of mistrust between Christians, Muslims, and Jews, scars that still echo today. Outro screen, channel branding. Narrator. If you want to uncover more hidden horrors of history, make sure to subscribe and join us on this journey into the past.